Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the Remington 223 and the AR-15 platform. It's something that I really enjoy. I know a lot of you do, since it's probably the #1 sporting rifle in America, used for everything under the sun, from varmint hunting, probably even all the way up to hogs. I know down in Texas and other areas like that, they're just so overrun that they'll shoot them with just about anything, trying to eradicate the hogs. And I have a lot of fun with it. It doesn't have any recoil, like, at all. Young shooters can shoot it. My grandkids shoot it as well. And the 223 is just an excellent little round. Some of these here on the table you'll see is 5.56. They are a little bit different cartridge, but as long as your AR is set up for 5.56, you can shoot the 5.56 as well. Or 223 Wild will also shoot a 5.56, but not the 223, as a lot of you know. But I just want to go over some of the things that I have here. These are Federal American Eagle, and that's the 55 grain full metal jacket 223, and that was 100 rounds. Bought that some time back before the ammo crunch and everything went off, but American Eagle's is probably one of my top picks when I go to get 223. Winchester down here is probably right up there with it. I think they make real good quality rounds. And I got all my AR mags loaded up. And this is the Gen 3 series here. And I like the P mags. See, I think that's Gen 3 too, just don't have the window. So it's got the little dot matrix down here. You can tell the difference on that. That's one way of telling. But these over here are the green tip. They're not really a great round in my opinion. Just has a little steel tip in there. And if you was to shoot an animal with that, it'd more pencil hole than anything. Now the 223s, 5.56, that's just full metal jacket. They'll tumble when they go into an animal or other, and they'll tear up stuff in there pretty good. This one here is the Barnaul. I've never used these before. I grabbed this box up at Kentucky Gun Company, my local shop here in Bardstown, and they're a hollow point boat tail bullet. So I thought that was interesting. And they're poly-coated steel case. So I thought, well, I'm going to get a box of those. They were in pretty rough shape as far as the box, but I thought, well, shooting varmints and whatnot, and they're in a package like this when you get them out. Just quite different. I think that's made over in Russia. I'm not sure, like tool ammo that you see everywhere. But I heard Barnaul's pretty good. Overall, I've heard that. I've not used them myself. I don't see where they're not showing here where they're made. I don't see it, but we'll come back to that. We'll probably shoot some of those this afternoon. We got some laundry jugs full of water. But here's more mags here. Now this is the old GI steel mag, and those are probably tool ammo, steel case, full metal jackets there. Always have my mags loaded up. Not sure about this one here. I got in that. This is a PMag. That's Gen 3, I believe. And yep, M3 it says. I'll pop this open here if I can get it off. Just one second. Oh, goodness. Here we go. And those look like full metal jacket as well. They're annealed. I don't know if that's 5.56. I believe those are 223s as well. But always have your mags loaded. There should be almost no reason why you don't have your mags loaded up. This one here is a little 10 rounder for hunting in Kentucky with a 5.56, or I've got one in there for my 6.5 Grindle. That says PMag 10 rounds, and that's the Gen 3 as well. See if I can pop this cover off. I should have popped these covers before I started the video. Doing everything one-handed like a lot of us do. And these are hollow points. I'm pretty sure this is a Federal Coyote round. Looks like 55 grain from the size of the bullet. Those are loaded pretty hot. And yeah, see the expandable hollow point there. When it goes in, it's going to tear up that coyote or any other varmint that you might shoot. But we don't use that for deer. We've got some Winchester power points in 223. And my oldest grandson, he's now 16. When he was 9 years old, took the old AR platform out, and he took him a small button buck. It was his first deer ever, and made a perfect shot with a different red dot scope than the primary arms I have on this one. It was a Vortex Strike Fire, come with the Anderson AR that we have in the safe in there. And this AR-15 here is actually an imposter. It is not a 223-556. The other one was in the back of the safe, so I just brought this one out for illustration purposes. This is a 6.5 Grendel, and you can deer hunt, pronghorn hunt, anything in that category, even black bear hunt with a 6.5 Grendel, 6.5 millimeter projectile, a good hunting round. It's a very shortened case. It is the identical length of the 223, and that's why it was developed. It fits right in the 223 mags. Now I do have special mags for that particular rifle. It'll hold, I believe, 25 rounds in like a 30 round mag sized mag. So it's a lot of fun, and like I said, you can take all kinds of stuff. Now my uncle was setting his up. He's out in Kansas, my uncle Charles, and there was a big crow at about 200 yards away, and he had his all set up, and he popped that crow with a 6.5 Grendel, and he was like, man, he said feathers just went everywhere. But they were having a lot of fun with it and took a crow with it. So I don't know if it kept getting in his garden or what that was exactly. But I wanted to show you this over here. The other day I went into Academy Sports. We got several locations around us here in Louisville, Kentucky. I went down to E-Town, and I had picked up a couple of these boxes of the Browning 223 Remington 55 grain 120 rounds for training and practice. They are the full metal jackets. Now this box is like difficult to get into. I was digging on it earlier. I finally had to, I think I tore the one center tab there off accidentally, but it's kind of different on how to get into it. But I had two of these boxes already, and just at a glance, I don't know if y'all think the same, but those look like those look like 5.56 rounds to me, with the annealing and everything on them. I believe these come from Lake City. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Let me just look outside the camera. Yeah, it says LC on the back, 223 Remington, but they do a really good job, I think. And that's full metal jacket, 55 grain again. But I picked these up long ago. This was like, I don't know, 2021 when the ammo crunch was in. I found them at Academy, and I went ahead and snatched up 2 boxes at that time. I was excited to get them, excuse me, because you never know. You always want to have some ammo on hand. You go out on a day at the range and shoot up, at least this, and you want to have backup. So I went ahead and picked up 2 rounds and or 2 boxes. That's all it would give me at the time of the ammo crunch. And I couldn't remember. I had to look back to my video about these, what I had paid at that time, because the other day I went in and they had this set on the shelf, and it was on sale at Academy. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, well, that's really not a great sale, but $75, $74.99, $15 off. So you're looking at $60 for the box plus your tax. But I didn't have to pay the shipping. I know you could probably get some a little cheaper online. This come out to at $60 a box, 120 rounds is 50 cents a round. But there's the total with the tax and so forth. But I was excited to get them. $15 off. You don't usually find ammo on discount. So I haven't opened this particular box. Hopefully they're as good as these are here. But I just want to, try to build up my little stockpile. I don't shoot often. I am handicapped. I do what I possibly can, and I really enjoy it. But I try to hold off because it's very difficult for me to get, with our income, to get ammo. So believe me, I was just tickled pink to get these the other day. And so I got those 3 boxes there. I have more in the other room in the ammo boxes, but it's like the steel case tool ammo, and I'm pretty sure that comes from Russia as well. But these hunting rounds, that type things, the PowerPoints I've got set aside, I don't like using them unless we're actually hunting. Now here's a really cool set. If you ever get a chance to pick some of these up, find them, grab them up. These are Australian Outback rounds. And I believe it's Hodgdon that makes the powder for them. And they're not temperature sensitive like some rounds can be. In Australia, it gets really hot. My daughter-in-law is from Australia, and her family, some of her family's still over there. They're coming over for a visit. But these are 55 grain Sierra Blitzkings. So when that bullet impacts, it fragments. It's got the beautiful little green polymer tip on it. And it says, whatever the weather, extreme performance. And it tells you all about it here on the back of the box. I won't read all this to you. You guys can look at it. But it basically, it does not change because of the extreme high temperatures, up to 125 degrees down to 11 degrees below. It can, that can vary on your powder, I guess, without BTI, it says. Now, Australian Outback with the BTI, it has a much tighter tolerances on, the hit with, I guess, the powder they have set up in here. Let's see. I'm trying to see what it's saying here. Well, I can't really read it with the flash on there, but it is with our unique ballistic temperature independence technology, ensuring consistent velocity across an extreme temperature range. It is an unbeatable combination. So you'll get better performance, especially if you're out in the real high temperatures or desert condition here in the States. It's only, a difference of like maybe 1 inch high and 1 inch low is what it's saying. Rifle 600 yard zero at 70 degrees Fahrenheit is how they compared it. But I think it's really cool. My son has a couple boxes of these, and I'm wanting to buy them off of him, but he's not willing to give them up. But I thought it was really cool. I love the windmill and the kangaroos and stuff on there, and it's a nice round. Try to pick it up here. I just see it. But overall, very nice round, and it's tipped, and they explode on impact. The Sierra Blitzking. Don't use them for deer or anything you want to eat, because that lead will fragment and go all through your animals. So if you're going to eat it, don't use this round. Get you a PowerPoint or something that's a good expandable point on there. I don't know, do they have monolithic 5.56 or 2.23 rounds, which is all copper monolithic bullets? I'm gonna have to check into that. If you guys know anything about that, let me know in the comments. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate you all checking back in. Again, this is my 6.5 Grendel Imposter, but I'm gonna get the little 5.56 2.23 Anderson made here in Hebron, Kentucky, out of the safe. And we're gonna probably shoot some of these barn all and see what it does with that hollow point and the boat tail on the end of the bullet. That's probably for better accuracy. The boat tail, I think, helps in that. But we got a water jug over here that we just, not a water jug, a laundry jug that we just filled up with water. And I want to see if it has any explosive properties when it goes in. Of course, the water itself will probably expand the jug, but it's pretty thick. It's not like a milk jug. So we'll see if it pops a big hole out the back. All right, guys, we'll check back with you all. Have a good day. Give me a thumbs up and a like if you like shooting, ammos, hunting, fishing. We do all kinds of family videos. The name of the channel is Love the Hunt, but I need to expand and make other channels about the different things that we do. Fishing, hiking. I do a lot of mechanic work on the cars. Again, I'm disabled now, so it's very minimal on the car work, but oil changes, spark plugs, something simple. And it'll probably take me a long time to get through it, but I will do it. All right, guys, if you have any questions or comments, just put them down below. Thank you so much.